nobody.
What kind of guys you like?
We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those thugs.
One thing we have to be honest about with our culture, especially the Black American culture, is that we glorify thug behavior. We glorify thug life. Many people say they want to be thugs or they want to be with thugs. But that said, I do think that there are some artists and rappers who use the thug persona as an entertainment vehicle, but while they do that, they use it also to convey a message that's really important. So I think one of the really good artists at doing this is Trick Daddy Dollars. I like Trick Daddy. His music is very catchy and he uses the N-word quite a lot, if you will, but to show you how complex he plays the game, so he has a song called America where he says the game wasn't sold to me, it wasn't told to me, and we ain't never free, no way, not in America, right? And so he uses his platform and his image as a thug, if you will, to talk about how things are unfair in America. But he also, on Thugs R Us, talks about being a thug. And he says, see, I'm so tight. The brothers be like, that brother got so many hoes. I know he got clout, look at his mouth. That boy got so many goals. And it's just part of the appeal of being a quote unquote educated thug. But if you are a part of the Black American experience, you have been confronted with thug culture. So let's do a thought experiment. Let's say that you're one of the geeky guys in school and you're doing your homework every day and you're trying to get good grades so you can, you know, further yourself for the future, make way to get good grades so you can get into college. And you're sitting next to a young girl that looks like her and you think she's the bee's knees. You think she is the cutest girl in school. And you talk to her and get to know her, and she makes it known that, well, you're cool, but the kind of guys I like are hot boys. I like fast money dudes. I like guys that are living on the edge. And so if you're a young guy who is, well, doing your homework and trying to go the college route, you know that you have one of two options. One, you can just give up on trying to get her because she's just not attracted to guys that are trying to be square dudes, or you could try to adopt some of the edginess, if you will, of the thug guys and try and mimic that behavior so that you can get some more attention. So just so you know, this desire for the thug guy doesn't just end with young girls, it goes all the way through.
Don't be a fool all your life. Sisters complaining all the time, can't get a good man, can't get a man to do right, can't this, can't other, they ain't nothing, they ain't got a job, yeah. Here you got a brother who has a clue, and you talking about, I like the street life and I like thugs.
I work just as hard as you do. And for you to tell me that you don't love me no more because of whatever reason it is, it's nonsense.
Well, that may be, but, you know, it's time for me to move on and, you know, find that thug man that I like.
That's what you want, then go ahead.
Sure.
Enter Ja Morant. Now, Ja Morant is in trouble his second time with the NBA, and let's be honest, what he did was silly in terms of managing his money. He could have certainly made better decisions, but he already has generational wealth, so this is probably not a wealth issue for him as much as it's I want to do what I want to do because I'm young and I have an ego thing. That said, let's say that you're in a community like the Black community where you don't value guys who have suits on, who carry themselves upright in terms of getting attraction from a large percentage of the women anyways. Let's say that you want to be the guy who's the heartthrob. Well, what do we see earlier in this video? This lady, what kind of guy does she say she wanted? She wants a thug, right? And so this is a lady that she sees Ja Morant flashing the firearms and brandishing and all that stuff, or any of the, I don't know, hundreds, thousands, millions of other young ladies who see Ja Morant, and all he has to do is walk into the room and they see a thug. Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but if they want a thug and you're presenting thug and you're a millionaire, you're gonna get pretty much all the women that you want. And so if you're seeing the difference between, oh, if I just comb my hair and put on a suit, walk down the street, I'm a regular guy, but if I put on this thug appearance, I'm going to get mega attention, and you're 27, 26-ish, it's going to affect you. And it's something that square black men have always had to contend with. The squarer you are, the more you limit your selection.
Why is Will Smith's daughter writing a letter to Tupac? What is being said in that house to get this little girl not writing Santa Claus, not writing the Easter Bunny, writing Tupac?
So if more and more people in your immediate community that you look up to are thugs, this is what you get.
You the mama. So, at least I'm a girl. At least I'm a girl. And I'm not daddy. I'm grown. I'm not daddy. I'm grown. Stop being upset. You're making a radio.
If you remember, I spoke about how important the first 5 years of a young child's life are. And you could see in this particular situation, this young boy, he can't be much older than 5 or 6. And his image of masculinity is sagging your pants, holding a bottle in one hand, beating your chest, screaming, and showing that, you know, that I'm the man. That's how I show that I'm the man. And this is his persona. It's already in there. It's hardwired already. And so in the future, someone's going to have to come behind him and say, no, you got masculinity wrong. It's actually this, because he's looked around and he's seen that if you want to get attention from the ladies, or if you want to be the person that people are focusing on, you do this. We have to be honest about our environment and how much our environment affects us. It's going to have an effect on us. And we saw this with John Morant, who grew up in a very well-to-do area, or at least he grew up with both of his parents. And even with that being the case, if he was at a school where all of the cute girls wanted thug guys, then that environment shaped him. We also had this episode of Fresh Prince where art imitates life, and it was the one episode where finally Carlton wasn't the butt of all the jokes. And it connected with the audience because a lot of people could understand, you know, he's always the butt of all the jokes, but this one particular episode, he's the coolest guy in the room. And that's because he put on the thug moniker that is just so well received in our community. I think the way we can fight against that is to unapologetically lean into our quote unquote nerdiness, geekiness, who we actually are. If you're a guy who's a math science guy, you're an engineer guy, you're a musical guy, whatever you are, a comic guy, just lean into it. This is who I am. Love it or leave it, baby. And this is where I apply Trick Daddy. Now, if you follow Trick Daddy, you know he's doing cooking shows. He has a restaurant he's opening. He has a spice company. And so he's branching out. He's not just running on the simple I'm a thug moniker. But that said, I think one thing that's really important about his music, because it's really diverse, is that he knows that a lot of different kinds of people are listening to his music. And so what I like to do when I listen to thug music, if you call it that, is I like to kind of reconfigure it into a way of just saying, my idea of being a thug is being really, really good at math, being really, really good at painting or music, or being really, really into whatever it is that you're good at, and carry that like a badge of honor and lean into it. So one example, and then I use it for my way of saying I'm a quote unquote thug, is I'm learning Chinese. And so when I look at a character like Don Cheadle's in Rush Hour 2, that's, I mean, you can call it thug, but I'm just saying thug as a moniker for I'm proud of what I am and I'm going to go after it. And that's me. My interpretation of thug now, if you will, is if you're good at programming, walk around with your head up. If you're good at accounting or stock trading or speaking several languages or programming, whatever it might be, walk around like you're a thug. Walk around confident and let kids see it. Put your shirt and tie on like Kevin told us and walk around like you're the man, because you are. And so I don't know the thug life and I don't ever pretend to know it, and I'm glad I don't know it. And I don't think I need to walk around apologetic for it. As a matter of fact, I consider myself very privileged to not have to know it. And it's a good idea to just let kids know, hey, listen, if you're growing up in a middle class or better neighborhood, or even if you're a lower class, resident and you're looking to get out, hey, guys that are accountants and computer programmers and multilinguists and guys who are on the up and up, they got swag too. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.